Hey, how are you guys doing? Shib here. Today I want to talk to you guys about directories, right? Something that's been taking a massive shift in the last 2 years, especially in the last year, I would say in 2017. And how it affects your local business as a local roofing contractor and where you should be listed and giving more emphasis on for your business. Okay, so let's get some things out of the way in the beginning. When we look for roofers right now, right? So let's do my area, roofing New Rochelle. Okay, it's an understanding that it's getting exceedingly more and more difficult. Well, this is now looked upon as an exception almost nowadays, but it's getting exceedingly more and more difficult to outrank organically listings like Homeadvisor, Yelp, Porch, going on, right? And this has been an uphill battle amongst many SEOs, right? I mean, most SEO companies, in our understanding, are not able to even get you on, for the first page for even low competition keywords. But even amongst the decent SEO companies, it's been an uphill battle because people a lot of times still try to organically outrank these top directories. Now, there are many reasons why that should not be the priority in our campaign, right? Other than the fact that Google already kind of set it out there that they're going to start giving more relevance to, start to favor these large directories because it just caters to the user better. When somebody searches roofers in New Rochelle, roofers in Westchester, a lot more often than not, these homeowners are looking for a good way to judge multiple roofing contractors in one interface, right? And our website does not do that. Our website is for us. So Google will already, especially organically, cater to these large directories. Homeadvisor, in Google's eyes, does a great job at showing that, look, these are the local roofers that are doing good. So they are going to be winning in this race, at least for the next, from what I can predict, for the next couple of years, until another directory takes, makes massive shifts and they take the lead, they're going to start dominating a bit more than others, especially when they are kind of the owners of most of the top big ones anyways. So that being said, again, I keep coming back to this too many times, but I don't want to make this video about the maps and stuff, but yeah, maps is where we want to go for the main keywords, right? Make sure that's where our priority is. But that does not mean that we should not be in any of these places. It means that we should be available in every one of them. So if you do some quick searches in like major cities roofing, who comes in the first page, it's easy that it's the same businesses, right? The top 10 businesses that comes up is somewhat going to be like Homeadvisor, Yelp, Angieslist, Thumbtack, BBB, Yellowpages, Primebuyers, Porch, Yellowbook, and Houz. Okay? In my experience, that's been pretty much consistent across the board. So it's our responsibility to have accounts with them. Doesn't mean you have to be paying customers for them, but it does mean you should take advantage of their free listing to the fullest. Emphasis to the fullest. I'm not talking about just going there and, getting a listing and then that's it, and then you just fill out some information. I'm talking put up pictures. Make sure, if you can, the pictures should be geocoded. Put up descriptions, unique descriptions, not just, like the casual one you'd want to put, copy and paste it for all of them. Unique descriptions, right? Pictures, descriptions, links, fill them out. If they have badges, insurance, if they have slots for what kind of work you do you do asphalt shingles, do you do that? All kinds of stuff, fill it out exactly what kind of payments you take. All the way through. For Homeadvisor, it should show 100%. It shows a profile, how much of it's complete. Most people that I talk to, I look in their account, it's 20, 30%. It should be 100. It should be 80, 90, 100%. It should be very full. That has a direct relationship on how Homeadvisor, treats you. They may not say you do. The receptionist over the phone may not know they do, but they are a search engine. Just like Google.com, sometimes we forget, that's a search engine. Google is not the internet. Homeadvisor is also trying to be a search engine, but for contractors. So over time, they're going to cater to contractors that receive the phone better, that handle the leads better, that get better reviews, on and on. I mean, those are probably the top things that the director is going to care about. But all things being equal, I can bet you over time they're going to care about a listing if they're exactly the same stats, but one has bunch of pictures and they're very descriptive and they're responsive and listing compared to the other one. They will somehow favor this, at least in a search engine value sort of way. They will pass on more juice in Google's eyes. So long story short, you want to be in these. Now to quickly go over some of them, right? All right, to go through them, first of all, I'll go through them real quickly and see what's on top of my head for each of them, try to give you guys as much value as possible. Homeadvisor, most people either love it or hate it because of their way they deal with you with the leads, how they share the leads. Some people swear that they're sending it at least 10. So whatever it is, we see mixed things coming up all the time, but one thing is for sure that if you can make Homeadvisor work, it's going to force your business to have a system that can answer phones promptly. Basically, if you can be happy with Homeadvisor, you're going to love most other platforms or types of leads, right? Because they are pretty, how do you say, like they're pretty hard to deal with in terms of if you're used to exclusive leads coming from Google and Maps and stuff like that, and then you switch to Homeadvisor, you're gonna hate it. But if you come from Homeadvisor, then we see a lot of times, then you get a taste of Maps leads. You're just like, whoa, it's a breath of fresh air. Anyways, having that said, we're talking about directories here. Definitely, we recommend getting Homeadvisor. It's going to be one of the most powerful platforms out there, and they're doing a lot of good stuff. They do a lot of marketing. You have a pretty good chance, even from the listing where you're not paying for leads, pretty good chance to be rotated out and being called right from the directory, right? So definitely, even if you just so you guys know, our philosophy: if something is free but gets you a call even once in the whole year, get it. That's our philosophy. If you're not with that, then I guess sometimes you can defer. But how we go about it is if something can get you even 1 or 2 calls here and there and it's free, then it's just like, it's a no-brainer almost. That's how we look at things. Yelp. Out of all the directories we're going to talk about right now, it goes to say that these are directories. They're there for a reason. Anytime you get on them, it's basically somebody's going to reach out to you either by phone, email, or anything they can to sell you something more. The most caution would go with Yelp because they are relentless. I think they have invested in their sales team more than any other platform out there. They will literally call you 4 to 5 times a week on average and be relentless, right? This is what they do. But we still recommend getting Yelp. In terms of their paid advertising, haven't seen much happen from it. To be honest, we've tried it with a couple of different areas as well. We didn't see much of it, but people swear that in certain places they are killing it with Yelp. That's great, but I haven't seen it, so I can't recommend it in terms of their paid advertising just yet. But definitely still would recommend their free listing. But one tip is if you're using call tracking phone numbers, like with the third-party software where you're using not your direct cell phone, you can ask them to block solicitors, right? Block Yelp. Yelp calls you once, and then you can let them know that the number they call from, and you can block that. And potentially over time, they might still be able to reach you through some other numbers because they are a big company. They have other numbers at their disposal. But eventually, from your area, in my understanding, you're going to be blocking off all the solicitors. So once you're sure, you never want to deal with their paid advertising, and sometime in the near future, for sure, you can do that. All right. Moving on, Angieslist. Now, Angieslist changed quite a bit, but still is one of the best. I mean, Homeadvisor bought them not too long ago, but yeah, I would say it's still one of the best directories to have. Definitely get an Angieslist, followed by Thumbtack, getting more and more popular. It's a little different, as we know, but I think it's an more new and upcoming directory that's being popularized by a bit more of the, I don't know how to put it, but we've seen a bit better renovation type jobs coming compared to repairs and roofing, things like that. But one thing is for sure that whatever they put in the description is not correlating as well as something else you'd compare to. Like, so if somebody puts that they need like a roof repair, that person might need a roof replacement. Now that's always a good thing. But if it happened vice versa, it's kind of gets annoying because they charge you more for replacements, but then a lot of times it's just the person thinks they need some kind of thing. It's just something that we've seen it happen a lot. So definitely still get Thumbtack. It's a great place to be. but be wary with their paid bidding system. BBB, still relevant. It's a dying one, slowly though. You know, there's still a lot of people who trust Better Business Bureau. Like, if you're accredited with them, they just trust you. Again, goes back to that statement I just made, in the beginning, where like, if it gets you just one customer, or like a customer is about to sign up with you and it makes their life easier, meaning that it makes their decision easier to hire you, just one of them every couple of months, that is still worth it. That's how we look at it, right? So that's the point we come from, and that's when we say, yes, get accredited with BBB. Moving on, Yellowpages, still one of the top. It ranks in certain places. Primebuyers report. Porch is a great one. They're doing some work to get it updated. Yellowbook, again, similar. Houz. Houz is great. A lot of people love Houz, depending on how they work it. And it definitely makes it in our top 10 list, right? So those are the top 10 right here we went through. Definitely take the time to fill these out, and we use them to your fullest, right? Use the free listing to its fullest. That's the number one thing you can do. And that being said, once you are on these top 10, okay, what I would recommend is getting the ones that are ranking for your brand name. So if your name is Bob's Roofing, right? When you type in Bob's Roofing in Google, once you have these top 10, the ones that are ranking towards the top usually is going to be Homeadvisor, Yelp, and one of these other ones. I would recommend starting to do review generation for those. What we're trying to do is when people type in your name, not only do they see the side panel and Google with your reviews, but also 3, 4, 5 listings. Homeadvisor, Yelp, Angieslist also has a good amount of reviews in them, right? This can seem really tedious, but it really isn't. If you have a proper review generation in place, if you're asking for reviews every single house you walk into, it can be acquired in less than 3-4 months, right? For all of these. So thank you for taking time to watch. What I will do is leave a link below to the post on my website on this, where we'll not only go for the top 10, but approximately top 30, maybe even top 50, but probably around top 30. Because after top 30, it starts to get a little weird, like all kinds of directories. So top 30 will be posted on my website. So if you're interested in getting in more directories, not that leaves the realm of just getting visibility, but enters the realm more into getting you more relevancy for your map listing, that's definitely something you want to check out. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, shipgusc@gmail.com. Talk to you guys soon.